I want to thank everybody for giving us this time, and thank you all of you for coming here. Dear Congressman Joe Pitts, Trent Franks, Keith Allison, and Congressman Frank Wolf, and my fellow citizens, thank you for granting us this few minutes. I'm going to read a statement that I have written down, but I will also speak a few things from the bottom of my heart that I hear from my mother every single day since last 10 years, from the day she suffered and thousands of others who suffered in Gujarat on February 28, 2002. I stand before you today as someone who was affected by tragic events of the Gujarat massacre of 2002 in deeply and profoundly personal way. My name is Nishrin Hussain, and I am the daughter of the late Indian Parliament member Ehsan Jaffrey, who became a victim of the systemic and organized ethnic cleansing unleashed by Chief Minister Modi and his party, the BJP. I was not present that day on February 28th, but even today when I close my eyes, I can see my 73-year-old father making frantic calls for help for children, women, and all my neighbors and friends running around the house, trapped inside the bungalow, trying to save themselves from the fireballs coming from outside. A crowd pulling women and children from inside. There were about 170 people in the complex. They had come to my father's place. I can still see my father exhausted, tired, after all that he could do to call the authorities in Gujarat, Ahmedabad. It was daytime. He started asking for help since 10 a.m. in the morning. And about around 3 o'clock, he gave up. He went outside and talked to the crowd. He gave himself, requesting that if they take him, they would probably leave all the children, the women in the burning house. Maybe some of them would get saved. And by 4 o'clock, they had cut him into pieces. They had put his head on a pole and dragged everybody else they could outside. Young children, they were found, because they were burned, they were found in the tank. They were trying to save themselves. Friends that I grew up with, I played with, were raped and were not spared. Neighbors that I've known since childhood, we were difficult to identify their bodies. All this happening in Gujarat in the daytime. And there was nobody to help. But he did make calls. He made calls to all the authorities in power that day. He had all the numbers. He called even Narendra Modi. And this was what Narendra Modi said to him. Jaffrey, save yourself if you can. And yes, there was nobody. The biggest hospital in Asia is about a mile away. Not even a single ambulance came. Women, children, half burnt, half alive, stayed there for a day or two before anybody could come in to help them. Nobody survived. I'm standing here not just by myself. I'm standing here and I'm talking on behalf of all the women, all the girls who after rape, after being burned, after being disfigured, have survived back in India but cannot come and speak to you, cannot come in and tell you exactly how important it is for America, for all of us here to deny the visa to Narendra Modi. It has been 10 years, and I don't know how many more days and years we will have to wait. But we are strong, and we have a good team. We have the Justice Supreme Court with us, the Indian democracy, and a lot of hardworking NGOs with us who are going to support us and who are going to make sure that we receive justice. Thank you, and God bless you.